Good evening, Madame Helene, and Heidi-ho, neighbor. Perhaps you remember my grandfather from the hit TV show Home Improvement. My name is Ramon Wilson, and tonight, Helen, we're going to create our sort of own show, sitcom, if you will, called Show Improvement, as we all should be doing in this day and age. And instead of Tim the Toolman, you will be Helen the Handywoman. Pretty genius, huh? Good stuff. You know, Helen, I'd like to suggest to you that only in America in 2020 could you be arrested for opening your business, but not arrested for looting one. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Or even better than that, Helen, you know, this whole idea of using masks as a political weapon, if you will, not as you will, but if you will, to sort of essentially divide and conquer us. It's pretty crazy stuff. So, you know, much like my grandfather used to do with Tim, Helen, I'd like to create that sort of an atmosphere and an environment between you and I, you know, a sort of a bond and a relationship, you know, about sort of giving you some advice and some wisdom to live by, Helen. So I'd like to call your attention and remind you of 12 simple steps that I like to remind myself of every single day to force myself to be better, Helen. So first and foremost, Helen, I always understand that the past, it cannot be changed. Opinions don't define your reality. Everyone's journey is different. Things always get better with time, Helen. Judgments are nothing more than a confession of character. Overthinking usually leads to sadness, Helen. Happiness is found within. Positive thoughts, yeah, they create positive things. Smiles are contagious, even though you can barely see half of my face. If you're kind of wondering, Helen, I'm in the witness protection program. Shh, don't let anyone know. Kindness is free, Helen. You only fail if you quit. And finally, Helen, the most important thing, what goes around comes around, Helen. So my hope is, hopefully, that just as my grandfather did, I have sort of been able to point you and all of you in the right direction, to keep smiles on your face, to keep thinking positive, and to show some improvement, Helen, especially in this year when all else seems to be failing. If you would excuse me 1 minute, please, Helen. My waffle maker is calling me. Excuse me, please. Hi, Helen. Pretty wild stuff, huh? Pretty unique words of wisdom from that young man there. I have to suggest that to you. Pretty cool stuff. You know, these government politicians and leaders that we have in this day and age, especially here in Pennsylvania, they're nothing more than nickels holding up a dollar, Helen. So it's time to get them out of our way and get moving. One thing, though, Helen, that I really hate is I hate when people confuse education with intelligence, Helen. Because I have to suggest to you, you can have a degree, you can have multiple degrees, and still be an idiot. That said, hope you're doing good, Helen. 48 weeks after your first video. I was 1 week ahead last week. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Hope you're doing good, and I hope you're working hard. Because if you're not, you know what happens. I'm telling Charlie.